Using the oil.
On the 2000 Volkswagen Bug.
Beetle.
Pop the hood. You already pulled it up on ramps instead of jacking it up. Okay, next step is to undo the skid plate, except this is something we added, so.
This is like the...
Not all Beetles have them.
Heavy duty Baja. Off-roading. Just loosen them up and then we drop these out completely.
And then it just, wow, I don't remember it being that easy. Pull it forward. It's very dirty.
The drain plug is, where is it? Right there? Yeah. So
the oil drain pan to put under. What size the drain plug is?
It's 18 maybe? Oh shit, I remember now. Oh, sorry. It's
what?
I swore. 19 millimeter.
19 millimeter.
And I'll use
put it on the
1/2 inch drive ratchet. Put the pan underneath there.
Loosen it, but not all the way.
Yep.
Here we go.
It's really hot.
Like too hot?
No.
Wow, look, we took it for a little drive beforehand so that the oil would be all warmed up.
It smells good.
Oh, it does. There it goes. Now, how long do you say we let it drain for?
Till it's done dripping. Well, at least most. Yeah, it's kind of dark.
This is probably overdue too.
But it's not bad. You can see it's a little brown yet, so it's not like completely black. And I've seen the videos where it comes out like sludgy and stuff. It's like, oh, that's bad news.
Wow, already slowing.
You want to make sure it doesn't come back too far. Just the oil filler cap.
Okay, he loosened it because he says it helps it drain better. Woo! Look, it's steaming.
Smoking. A little smoke.
Dang, we didn't even drive it that far.
Well, try to take the oil filter off.
Yeah, because I forgot to mention that every time you change the oil, you have to get a new oil filter. Here she is. It's right there, that thing with the white on it. He uses this to take off the oil filter. I never saw you use that.
Yeah, usually they're on tight enough that you put it on there, it fits around the filter, and then pull it tight, and then
wow, nifty.
You turn it this way to take it off. These kind of dig into the side of it. So there's the filter right there. Oh, let's see. I think.
Wow, that dripped a lot more than I expected.
You
took it out, or it's just slightly
just loose?
Oh, is it supposed to come out that much?
Yeah.
Move your drain pan over by where you're removing the filter.
Take it off slowly, so when it releases, you know, I don't drop it. All these hoses here to catch it. So what has happened before is the oil filter drops into the pan and then it splashes and makes a mess.
So should we be wearing eye goggles?
Probably wouldn't hurt, especially since the oil's kind of hot. But just look away.
So he didn't have to use that tool after all anyway.
All right, so now there's still oil in it.
So leave it upright.
Until
Ooh.
It leaks because it's at an angle, plus whatever is sitting.
Yeah, this is basically like your car peeing.
Well, this is the blood.
It's been holding it in for a long time. Oh.
Yeah, this is the blood.
Ooh, that's even worse. So it's like your car is having its period.
Oh, God.
Okay, new, old.
On here, and then just rub it around the gasket.
Oh. To what, lubricate it for putting it on?
Yeah, because when it spins on, you know, you want the gasket to slip a little bit when it's spinning. So if it drags, you know, it could pinch it and then it might not seal up. Because if this gasket doesn't seal, then oil's going to come out. And you want to make sure when you take the old oil filter off that this gasket is here. Because if this is missing, it's still stuck to the engine.
Oh, okay.
And when you put that one on, I did it once on my Eclipse. I didn't notice that the gasket was stuck on the car. put this on there so then the oil sprayed out.
Oh.
Yeah, when I started up the engine, big puddle of oil on me because it sprayed up between the two gaskets. So yeah, that sucked. All that brand new oil on the floor. But so I'm just gonna reach in there and make sure there's no dirt and oil on that surface.
That right there, that's where you're connecting the filter to.
Yep, it screws right on there. So when I put this up there, you want to make sure you don't drop any dirt onto the top of the filter. So then it just kind of get it started on those center threads. All right, so now it's spinning on. Okay, I didn't look at this filter. Usually it says on the side how many turns, or there's a picture. Usually it's like 3/4 to 1 turn. So spin it on until it stops spinning where the gasket make contact, and then just kind of try to keep track of how many turns or how far you turn it. And if you lose track, just kind of make sure it's snug, but don't over tighten it. And if you ever notice oil leaking from there, which might be kind of hard with the skid plate on here, but it's something that you will want to check. I'll just go in here and wipe as much of this oil off as I can.
Then you have to put the plug in.
Yes. Yeah, I don't want to forget that.
Next, he's putting the plug back in, obviously to stop the oil from flowing out.
All right, make sure that's clean. This is the oil plug and then the washer. Sometimes you can get replacements for them. Or...
Does this look good though?
Yeah, it should be fine. It wasn't leaking, so because the oil, the washer gets crushed, you know, that it helps create the seal. So wipe off the opening because you get a lot of road grime and stuff. And let's see, could look up in the manual to see how much to torque it to. It's probably like,
you have to torque it?
You should, especially in an aluminum oil pan. Or you just snug it, you know.
So are you going to torque it?
We should, you know. I mean, because if you over tighten it, a steel one's not quite so bad, but an aluminum, it's easier to strip the threads. We're going to look up engine. It's
this
probably
is the
in
manual.
The first section. Engine oil. Ooh,
no torque specification, just tighten it.
Okay.
A
watchet wrench? It's a ratchet wrench, yeah.
Close enough. I sounded like Elmer Fudd.
Yeah. Watchet with the wedge.
Oh, did you already do it?
Yeah.
Pull it off.
Make sure your filters or your funnel is clean. So capacity is 2 liter, including oil filter, 4.4 quarts or 4.2 liters. Yep.
This is all we're using. Show it.
Castrol GTX high mileage.
And this is a good brand, or?
Yeah, that's what they recommend for the Volvo. So.
But it's good for Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Start pouring. Look how clear it is.
It's like water.
This is like you going to the doctor, getting your blood.
A blood transfusion.
Blood transfusion.
We should have probably cleaned those leaves and stuff off out of there. Leaving a chance for something to fall in there, but we could put a tiny bit more in, and then if we need to add any after we take it off the ramps and run it, you know, make sure the plug is
clean.
Yep. Wipe any gunk off of it. This looks good. I know, like with my old trucks and stuff, I'd get that kind of like a milky, gunky stuff on there. Yeah, just kind of wipe everything off
until it clicks into place. That's it. That's it. Now you're good to drive. Take it for a test drive. Then maybe what? You check the dipstick?
Yeah. Let it run for a while. Take it for a drive if you want. Make sure it's not leaking.
You're checking the dipstick right now?
I'm just making sure it's there.
No,
I just have it. Cleaning off the oil.
Bye.
Adios.